Salutations, fellow viewers, this is me, Knowlsy, back again for a very unplanned video, and I am joined, hopefully in the background, you may hear him shout obnoxiously in this prosthetic direction. So, yeah, that's my good friend, Joseph589 on YouTube, by the way, if you want to check him out, or if he wants to make an appearance, like he will.
Hello. I'm alive, by the way. Yeah, no one's seen me on YouTube for months. Just a quick update. My computer went bang. It died. I've essentially rebuilt it. Then it went bang again. I will give the story because you weren't there. Right, so.
No.
I purchased a brand new processor, an 8-core, 4.7 gig processor.
I don't think people really care.
The best on the market. I put it into my computer. It was too powerful. It blew up the motherboard. I bought a new motherboard, new cooling unit. Everything was fine. Then the power supply blew up because it couldn't handle the power from the new motherboard. So now I've got everything sorted. My computer's alive again. I'll be back on YouTube at some time. Now, to discuss why we're doing this. John, be quiet.
No.
Right, so, anyway.
At the start of this video, I will now talk. Like Sam was just about to announce, this video, as you can see by the title page, doesn't really take much brain power to find out what we're talking about. This news was actually mentioned back on the 14th of November, thanks to Machinima. They uploaded a video. I've only just this minute watched it because they were talking about Avengers 2, saying that unfortunately we're not going to see a crossover with the Avengers just yet when it comes to the Guardians of the Galaxy film or the sequel. But anyway, so it was more or less, it was talking about different things, but within that it was talking about the subject at this moment in time. So would you like to come in now, Sam?
Hello.
Alright, so basically what we're talking about today is
sex. Glorious sex with rubber bands. And cut.
Okay, so, as you can see, there's going to be some weird transitions. 1 minute is here, 1 minute is gone. So, right, we're talking about, as Sam was supposed to mention, but I will mention now, the title page suggests that Hasbro, the toy manufacturer company, is in talks to buy out, or buy, DreamWorks Animation. Now, the reason why I'm making this is because I've only just found out the information about almost 3 weeks old, or maybe even nearly on for a month, because this video was actually uploaded on the 14th of November. It is now the 3rd of December, so yeah, it's taken me that long to find this out. I'm a big fan of DreamWorks, and I love every film they've released thus far. Some people may have their, everybody has their favourite DreamWorks film. For me, it's, well, Kung Fu Panda's certainly up there, as well as How to Train Your Dragon, both of them, they're brilliant as well. I like the Madagascar films as well. Some people don't really like the Madagascar films, they find them a bit weird, but I like them. That's my preference. But my sole point is that Hasbro are wanting to buy them out, which means, are we going to see a kind of similar situation where Disney has bought out Lucasfilm, or has more or less bought out the Star Wars thing? We're going to see a very similar transition happen with Hasbro taking over DreamWorks, because as you know, Hasbro are very famous for producing the G.I. Joe toy line, as well as the cartoon that came out back in the day, and very recently, which was Renegades. And then obviously Transformers, obviously you can't beat those, and all sorts of different board games they've produced over the years as well, such as battleships and etc. And they've produced they've been behind a lot of the major films, the G.I. Joe films, live action films, Transformers, all 4 of them that have been released thus far, and battleships that came out about 2 or 3 years ago, which was shite. But Hasbro are only doing this, obviously, it's a company, it's a business, they're there to make money, obviously. Every business wants to do that. But my sole problem with this transition is that Hasbro do not really understand how to make a film. They're a toy company. They do not understand the means of making a movie, unlike an actual movie production company such as Paramount or Universal. They have absolutely no idea. Yes, they probably have a back crew that they probably employ to make their cartoons and things like that. But it falls back down to a movie production company such as Paramount that did that was behind the Transformers films. It takes a company or a movie production company like those to make those films happen. They cannot do it on their own. So why are they doing this? That is my sole concern, because if this actually, I don't know if pen has been put to paper with me, because obviously this was mentioned on the 14th, and if it is true that they have put pen to paper, as I'm saying, about all this, agreed upon this on this decision to do this, I think Hasbro will fuck up the future of DreamWorks. It could possibly, well, I wouldn't say it'll bankrupt them. I can't say it will destroy them. But what I'm saying is, it's only going to be solely produced to release new toy lines, because Hasbro are running out of ideas. They have been for a long time. The whole Transformers thing, nobody likes the Transformers live-action toy line, except for the really young audiences that is obviously pointed at, which is the young kids, like 6 upwards. The main core fan base of Transformers are very mixed indeed when it comes to them. But yes, I am very, very upset with this decision. This is my personal opinion. Everybody else will probably think it's a good idea that it's happening. DreamWorks are fantastic. You know, they've made films on their own. I believe it's Steven Spielberg. I could be wrong, but I believe DreamWorks was created through their own pockets of Steven Spielberg, and that speaks volumes to me. I love that guy. He's a fantastic visionary director, and I believe it was him that created DreamWorks Studio in a whole, and then he obviously adapted it into the animation side. The first being Shrek. That was the first one they produced. And every time they release a film, it is absolutely amazing to me. I just love every single film they've made thus far. And I just think this is a really bad decision, and I really hope it's not going to be like people are saying. It's not going to be like the whole thumbs up to the camera contract on the desk, like between the Disney guy and George Lucas himself. George Lucas looked so happy in that photograph, as you may agree with me. He was essentially signing away, well, for all that fucking ridiculous money, which is billions of dollars. I just really hope that it's not going to fuck up. What?
4 billion. That is how much Disney paid.
Thank you.
I was going 4.
But would you like to come in and talk about your ideas, Sam?
Hello. Now you can see me. You can see my head. Hello, everybody. It is I, Firestorm. It has been some time since I've been on YouTube.
You've already said that.
Indeed.
Let's get to the point.
This position is quite uncomfortable, actually. I look awesome. So, anyway. I just want to start off with saying something. I'm here. I'm good. Right. I've been away for a while, mainly because my computer blew up. You know, long story. It blew up. It died. So, DreamWorks. Hasbro will probably utterly destroy it. The concept of Disney, not Disney, sorry, Hasbro, yes, Hasbro. Sorry, I was thinking about Disney there. Yeah. Hasbro don't know the first thing about films.
Like I've just said.
In fact, at the moment, they barely know anything about toys. For example, the new Transformer franchise toys, where you flip them to make them transform. That isn't Transformers. That's nothing. That's like cheap and imitations. You see, the thing with Hasbro is they've changed. They've become something that doesn't get the programme, for example. They don't listen to fans. Fans give them feedback. They probably don't listen to fans. Look at, for example, Age of Extinction was probably the Transformers film, with the exception of the first one, that was good. Or at least to a point. Its first two, aka Revenge of the Fallen, and Dark of the Moon, just had no plot at all. Excuse the voice, my voice is dying, I've had a cold, and well, you know how it is. So anyway, Hasbro. Are Hasbro going to turn into a Disney-like company where they swallow everything up to try and keep the profit coming in? Here's the thing with Disney. They bought out LucasArts. Now, George Lucas looks absolutely miserable in that picture of him signing it away for $4 billion. Shortly after Disney purchased LucasArts, the first thing they do is cancel all the games, including Star Wars 1313, which was literally, I think, about 2 or 3 months away from release. Now, I know that many people have seen the teaser trailer for Star Wars 7, Force Awakens. So far, yeah, it looks like traditional Star Wars. But we'll wait for the next trailer, which will probably be in a few months. We're back to Hasbro.
Let's try and run this up because we've been talking for over 10 minutes.
We have time. About Hasbro. What's the point, people? Are Hasbro ever going to learn? Are they ever going to listen to the fans? Probably not. You know, the fans are the bread and butter in that world. And Hasbro are probably willing to dash the fans.
Well, to be quite frank with you, mate, let me just butt in here. Hasbro nowadays do not see us, the fans of, say, said G.I. Joe, which are almost dead at the moment, which is no disrespect, but that's almost gone now. I think I heard that they were on about pulling the whole toy line completely. That was about a year or so ago, and I heard that. Also, the Transformers fans, which I am a part of, I don't collect anymore, but still, I'm still a fan. And Hasbro do not see us as a fan base anymore. They don't see us as it's bringing money through the door. We are, you could say, we are probably only a quarter of the sales out of the whole entire where Hasbro actually branch out to. That is more or less because the figures or the things that they produce that the collectors want most do not get released in their area. That is UK. That happens all the time, and certain places in America happen. But at the moment, we're talking about the whole Hasbro with DreamWorks. It's just a ploy for them to try and get an idea of a new toy line, because they're losing money. They're probably fracturing money annually. So this is just a way for them to get some business through the door, which is very obvious. But I think their animations with these guys in charge will suck if this actually goes through. That is my main opinion. So, continue.
What John said. But anyway, regarding Hasbro, here's the concept regarding Hasbro right now. Transformers live action films. You look at them as a percentage, you look at them as money percentage. Those 4 films have bought in easily 4 billion, maybe more. I mean, each film, box office wise, give or take, makes roughly $1 billion. So that's 4 billion easily, plus whatever they get for the DVDs and toys. Now, no doubt, Hasbro will probably milk the live action Transformers films as long as they can, until they just utterly dry up. Hasbro have become a company that is probably more interested in making a profit and less interested in pleasing its fans. Now, in any company, especially like Hasbro, it's the fans of the franchise that keep your company going. Now, at the moment, Hasbro are probably more or less focused on live action films because they're the big money grabbers. They make the most of the money. Now, speaking of the live action films, I wonder if there's any truth to Michael Bay stepping down. That would be an interesting thing. Might even be a good thing. In fact, it probably would be a good thing.
Well, there has actually been. We think this is actual speculation now. It's not actually been confirmed, I don't think, but it's looking like it's going to be the Jonathan Liebesman is going to be directing it. That did the new TMNT film.
Ah, yes.
Possibly. Yes.
That was a terrible plot.
Terrible plot, but yet you did get the main turtles right though, which is the main thing.
Yes.
Which hopefully that might speak volumes of Transformers films in the future.
Two things about that film: terrible plot and the Foot Clan were completely wrong.
I am back. So yes, this is both of our ideas on the whole Hasbro approaching DreamWorks to purchase them. Apparently they're worth $2.3 billion. Nowhere near the amount of money that was paid for Lucasfilm, but yeah, so it's still pretty awesome. But even though we did kind of go off the point there a little bit with Hasbro with the toy lands for certain things, and they don't really care about the fans that much. They only care about obviously a fast buck, you know. But yes, so I'm going to bring this to an end now. So this has been like a Knowlsy&Storm podcast kind of attempt of sorts. We are going to be making more podcast episodes, hopefully, because the last one we did, which was a while ago, that's actually done quite well actually. So, but yes, so thank you very much. I'm going to go now. So thank you very much from myself and from Firestorm 1989.
Goodbye.
My co-host. And we will be back soon. So let us know in the comment sections below what you think about this news. It is old, I will grant you, because it's been well over 2 to 3 weeks since this was actually broke. And I'm only just bringing it now. But yeah, what's your thought? Maybe a lot of people might actually hound me for bashing Hasbro, but I think a lot of people will understand where I'm coming from. But thank you very much. Peace. Bye-bye.